Hello. If you're finding this reading, it could be something for you. You could be finding new talents that you might have. I was sitting here getting ready for a reading, and then I noticed something that I can do, and I was gonna do it, and then I was like, no, I'm not ready to do it. But it was really funny, and I was entertaining myself. So you could be figuring out new things and developing these skills or something like that. Okay, but we have Four of Cups. Ooh. And the Fool. So somebody is really wanting to like not be open to things that are no longer in alignment with them, and they're really wanting to embody the aspect of illumination that they have received for themselves. So it's like they're really wanting to they could have been, you know, illuminated to a certain realization, you know, and they're wanting to kind of utilize this in every way possible for themselves and kind of embrace this change, instead of having it be something that is, you know, just being presented to them. They're wanting to really kind of, like I already said all the things, I guess, embody, you know, embrace, utilize, you know, but like, what's the integrate? Oh, there it is. I'm like, what am I not saying? They're wanting to really integrate this into their reality in, you know, true, aligned and balanced form. Okay, so, wow, all right. Starting out strong, okay. And, oh, wow. Okay, and they are kind of really determined and dedicated to creating this, you know, embodiment, bringing it to fruition. We have, you know, the you know, tablets of the Ten Commandments type of thing, you know. So it's like somebody, you know, Moses bringing it down, you know, to earth in a way, you know, bringing this realization and into the physical form, you know. So they're really wanting to dedicate themselves, and it could even be, you know, that they have, you, right, have acquired like a knowledgeable position in a certain way that it feels like there's a higher level of importance to what it is that you are moving forward towards. And, you know, so there's a true, dedicated, and focused, like, energy, right, you know, of somebody wanting to persevere and succeed or fulfill what it is that they're needing to do. Okay, so, wow. Wow. But there are certain possible vices or addictions or, you know, bonds or connections that you could be, you know, feeling bound to in a certain way, and that could be part of it's coming down underneath the Four of Cups. So it's like it could be part of what is what it is that you're recognizing that you're not wanting to receive or be open to anymore, you know. So this could be some type of realization that is coming into your reality in a way that you are wanting to separate yourself from. Okay. All right. Somebody hungry. We got the Chariot and the Nine of Wands. So, so somebody could really kind of be utilizing their will at this point, their own strength and will and resolve, to kind of set things into action. Like I was saying, like there's been some illumination, and they're wanting to really kind of take action and know that they are working towards what it is, the insight and illumination that they'd received, like really kind of focusing on taking the purposeful action that's also, what's the word, you know, like been foretold, or you know, like it's been something where it's like a spiritual like a goal or mission, you know, like it's like a mission. Yeah, that's what the word. Somebody could be kind of looking at, you know, what it is that they're doing as like, you know, needing to fulfill this for a higher I can't talk, and this has been happening the past couple times. I'm trying to explain something, like even in person, I'm like something super basic that I am fully aware of and know, like knowledgeable about. As soon as I try and explain it, it's like all of the information leaves me. So anyway, that could be happening right now because it's driving me nuts. But so like somebody could be, yeah, feeling like they're needing to fulfill this as a oh my gosh, a higher, okay. There's a certain term for this. I can't I can't think right now. My God. I'm sure all of you guys know what I'm talking about by now, but anyway. Shit, dude. Higher purpose, it's like it's something that you know, like it's like, you know, that this needs to be, you know, brought into fruition, you know, and it's like there's this like oh my God, it's like a total, there's a term for it. Okay. Hey. Anyways, so yeah, you're wanting to kind of succeed in this situation regardless of the conflict and the challenges that you meet along the way. Dude, that's gonna drive me nuts what the term is. Okay, but there's a need to kind of make sure that you have the right people in your corner that are really focused on you moving forward as well, and you know, persevering or whatever in this situation, and not someone that is going to be trying to undermine you along the way. Okay, and make sure that you know, the people in your life are, you know, in agreement or like supportive of this oh my gosh, dude. I can't just keep saying mission, right? You know, like come on. But this like purposeful goal that you have in mind, okay? You know, so there's a need for you to kind of recognize the difference and separate yourself from it, and get to a more comfortable and nurturing position within the relationships and the dynamics of the people you have in your life, okay? Holy crap. It's gonna drive me nuts the whole time. Anyways. Okay. But somebody could be kind of concerned of whether or not they will be, you know, having the true soul group and connection and purpose, you know, like be able to share their message, you know, like be able to have the like-minded people that will be receiving of this, you know. But it's like there's a stress, you know, and an anxiety about it, but there's also this knowing of the fact that it is like a new time or a new era, like a new dawn, the dawn of a new day type of thing, you know, like there is this, you know, awakening occurring, and, the message that you are putting out there will be received by who it's meant to be received by, and you will be able to kind of like, have an aspect or, an outlook of celebration with the people that do come together. And seems like it could start, you know, smaller and then grow to be like a larger type of scenario where there is like a full or community like type of involvement. Okay, so that's cool. That sounds really cool because it's like you have this divine mission. Is that what I should say? I think that might be the word I was looking for the whole time. Yay. Okay. Figured it out. So there's a divine mission that you have, okay? And this is really interesting because I really don't do readings like this very much. Like there's some times where there'll be something that comes out like that, but I know I was really prompted to use this biblical tarot today. So that's really interesting. That's really, really interesting. But so, yeah, somebody has, it, you know, if you're watching this right now, you got a divine mission apparently, and you know within you what this, you know, what it is that you've been illuminated within. And there's definitely like this, it's like, it could come and go in a certain way where you need to refuel yourself within the purpose that you have, you know, like remind yourself, maybe write it down, say, you know, what is my why or something like that, you know, but there's this like, you know, massive illumination that occurred in some way and you're wanting to like integrate it into your life. But then there's, once you do start moving into the physical and taking action, it's like that illumination is like this like narrow, like little thread left, you know, of that, truth, you know? And so you're kind of having to like, recall what it is that you have within you, the knowledge that you have in order to like refuel, the position that you are, you know? And then there's actions when you do, you know, like take it from, introspective action or thoughts and stuff like that, and then into the physical. There are the different aspects of the, you know, physical realm, you know, within relationships and dynamics, and then there's the addictions or the bonds, that create that resistance as well, that draw you back. And so there's also, you know, this need for you to remind yourself that this is, that divine understanding, and there's a need to kind of just persevere through, the thick of it. And, one way to help do that is by being aware of who your true company is, like the true company that you keep. And, you know, focus on the message and express yourself openly, and, you know, go inward when you need some type of assistance, and, you know, maybe, go for some prayer time or meditation or something like that. And, you know, as you continue moving forward, you will be able to see the aspects of change that are occurring, and it'll be, you know, not only healing for you, but for others. And you'll be able to kind of really fall into, or not fall into, but embrace or integrate, like I said you wanted to, into the true reality of the message that you've been presenting and creating and putting out there. So very cool. We got the King of Swords, the Judgment card, the Death card, and the Eight of Candles. So there's definitely, you know, what steps you're needing to be taking. And, you know, there is this awareness that's being formed that things are falling into place. It's like you're allowing for certain transformations that could have been looming over you previously in a way that were, you know, stressful and, you know, overwhelming. But now you're kind of like getting ready to kind of charge in and take action. And there could be a lot of movement that comes in right now. But it's also, you know, don't try to rush yourself more than you feel comfortable. I was gonna like pop on and do this little reading with, well, not the reading, but I was gonna do this other thing. The thing that I said I was, figuring. The new thing I was playing around with. So I was changing my voice and doing different levels of like low and high. And I noticed that when I go to a lower voice, I can like smile and not move my lips and just have the sound come out, and it doesn't look like it's me talking, you know? Like a little ventriloquist type of thing, you know? So I was having fun with that. And then I have this little like stuffed animal that I always played with my kids with, and it's like a little hand puppet. And I was gonna just do this whole thing with it, but I was like, no, I can't. Don't look at me or whatever, you know? But, you know, maybe once I get a little better, a little more comfortable. But I was making myself laugh like way too much, where it was like, I can't present this while I'm like, you know, tearing and laughing my ass off. So anyway, just get situated. Get comfortable with what it is that you're wanting to say or express or do. And, you know, once you kind of get into you know, acclimate into that as a natural way for you, you know, you'll feel confident moving forward. So don't rush yourself, but, you know, take action with intention, okay? Two of Wands, the Moon, and the Nine of Cups. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's so funny. So somebody's got some plans, but that's so funny. It's like so funny when it's like direct like that, you know, but somebody has some plans that they're, you know, desiring of, and, you know, having a purpose within, like I said, but they are definitely fearful of expressing them, okay? So you could be kind of really feeling like you're not at the level of where you want to be in order to have the confidence, but it might just be getting yourself to the position and then kind of just expressing yourself freely, you know? So it's almost like the action that's taken to get there is probably the most the strongest aspect of resistance, you know, that you're going to be receiving. So it's like once you change, you know, you walk through the threshold basically of whatever it is that you're meant to be doing, you know, like the most resistance you're going to get is just getting through the door, you know? So it's like, and that even could be based on you not walking through it, you know? So it's yeah, there's some plans that somebody has, but they're a little fearful of it, and you just kind of need to embrace this and, you know, get to a better understanding and focus of what it is that you're wanting to express. And then, you know, once you figure out the words or, you know, the emotion, or, you know, there could be some type of like, you know, I just got to say this really quick. And then once you start, you know, with what it is that you're being pushed towards or having the urge towards, then everything else will just come out a little more freely and easily, okay? So really just getting this carefree attitude and outlook once you initiate, you know? Okay, and then we have a Star and the Two of Swords. So there is a wish come true that you have coming for you, okay? You have, you know, you can maintain your hope and faith with whatever it is that you've been, you know, divinely guided towards, basically. But it's just a choice. There's a difficult choice for you that you're needing to make. You know, whether to kind of submit and surrender to the guidance, regardless of what, you know, you're being told to do, like however it may be, whatever difficulties it may be, you know? But it's like making the choice to do so, you know, you don't necessarily even have to, and I'm just thinking about, because of this picture, this is about, you know, the part where I don't really even like talking about it, but, God told someone to go kill his son, right? That whole thing. And then he's about to go do it. And then he's like, no, I don't want you to do that, you know? And like, it's like it's such a shitty concept. You're like, what the heck? But then basically it's kind of like, you know, you know, that's annoying, right? But it was like a test to see how far is your dedication to the guidance that you're receiving, you know? And so there could be certain things that you're needing to still kind of like stay aware, you know, when you are even in the moment of whatever the situation is that you're moving forward towards, because you could be guided like, you know, go this way, go this way. You think you're gonna be like, okay, here's the end right here, and I'm about to get to the destination, and then it's like, turn left or whatever, you know, and so there's some other thing that needs to occur, you know, instead of what it is that possibly you've been guiding or feeling like you're being guided towards, or there's some type of, you know, what's it called? Oh my gosh. This is so annoying. My brain is having a hard time sometimes. But like, you know, a detour, you know, like there could be some type of detour or some type of change, you know, but it's like having an awareness of what's going on instead of, feeling so pressured. Know that, you know, what it is that you're doing is what you're being guided to do, you know? So, but yeah, anyway, so there's a difficult choice that somebody is having to kind of come to a point of getting towards, I guess, you know, like, and then it's just kind of a matter of what, intuitive nudge, I guess, you receive at that point. I don't know, I feel like hopefully that's making sense. Okay. All right. But okay, so yeah, there's this choice, right? But you are ready to, you know, and this even kind of looks just like the other picture with the Nine of Cups, where it's like, but it's the Page of Wands. So it's like, you know, once you kind of take action in whatever way it is, you're going to recognize the aspect of the celebratory feeling that you could be embracing for yourself. And it's also, you're going to be shown that you are ready for the position that you're desiring to move forward towards. We got the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. So you could be kind of like up against something that seems daunting, but you have the stability and the strength to maintain your position and establish a foundation as you really are desiring, okay? Oh, and we got the World, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Strength card. Ouch. But yeah, so just stay true to yourself. Know that you are being led and guided in this way for a reason, and it's because you have the ability to bring this into fruition in the way that you're meant to. And with the World card, it's just a matter of like stepping into position, in order for this all to come into fulfillment. You know, you could have been taking slow, steady steps and being, reliable, responsible, persistent, patient, you know, like taking your time, taking care of all the different aspects. And it's, in this time, it's like you've been able to gather your strength in order to come up against whatever you are coming up against and have the ability to succeed through it. And there, you know, there is also a recognition that you're coming to, that this is also, you know, having that divine illumination, you know, where it's like you're getting the strength instead of feeling like you're warbling back and forth and questioning what am I doing this for, or whatever, you know, like there's this true awareness that's going to be being created if you haven't already had it, you know, established like that. But you're going to really feel confident in the position you are, regardless of, you know, what position you actually are in, you know. Yeah, hold on a second, Mom. What? Yeah. Hold on. No, Peter's outside. Hold on, I'm almost done. Real quick.
He doesn't really come. I think it doesn't wrong with him because his face is.
Yeah. He sleeps a lot during the day, you know, this is his normal. Okay, we got the Ace of Cups. Woo. Somebody could have been questioning whether or not they were actually going to be kind of receiving what it is that they had been desiring of, you know, like a new abundant opportunity. They're wondering if they're kind of gonna be able to get to the promised land type of scenario, you know. But it's kind of a matter of surrendering into the situation and being open to receiving it. And opening your heart is a big thing too. I've been getting that message a lot. So, you know, oh crap. So open your heart, be able to receive, surrender into the situation, and, you know, the work that you have done is leading you towards this, you know, loving romantic relationship possibly, or just kind of, you know, back to a sense of like a reset or a balance in not only your life, but others as well, okay? Oh, and then we got the 10 of Cups. You know, you're going to be coming into, you know, a happy family and home type of dynamic. Wow. And we have the Ace of Cups right here and the Ace of Pentacles on the, you know, on the bottom. So Ace of Cups right here, Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, this is definitely like a new beginning that is going to be abundant with a lot of love and truth, clarity. There could be like some type of like complementary and connected relationship dynamics that you're going to be having. And you could also be shown the difference in, you know, what your choices may have led you towards, I guess, you know what I mean? But you're going to be leading yourself to a position of victory and success within your situation. And you know, where you had difficult, painful situations, where you'd gone through the pain and the issues alone, you're now going to be kind of like coming into a position where there is a supportive dynamic and a reciprocal energy in your life. So instead of feeling like you're alone in different scenarios, good or bad, you know, you're gonna have the right support system. So anyway, that was interesting. Let me see. Oh yeah, I was gonna use this one earlier too. So I can't even remember which one this is right now. Oh, okay, this is like a reversal. Like it's either side. The back and the front. Okay, so somebody might want to be figuring out the situation back to front, front to back, like getting to a greater depth of understanding. Okay. So let's do it. These all fell out. Let's see. We got the 9 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Somebody's really, you know, kind of ready to express themselves regardless of what changes it creates, or, you know, endings or cycles in their life it causes, I guess, because they're ready to have a true, you know, devoted dynamic, and they're wanting to express themselves to move forward towards this. At this point, they'll be staying true to themselves and their inner knowledge, like the introspective wisdom that they've gained. And they're moving forward to establish foundational aspects in their life and really create a balance and a strength that they can feel content within. Okay. That's enough, huh? We got the Ace of Wands right here, and then the 4 of Wands. So there's definitely like a passion and, you know, a contentment somebody's moving forward towards in their community and relationship. And we got the twin flame aspect too. There's a lot of infinity signs going on right now. So this could be like a unconditional love, you know, like forever type of love. Okay, and then we have the 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. So somebody's really wanting to, they're content within the position that they have for themselves, but they're wanting to bring their abilities to the forefront and work with others to create something larger. Whoop. Okay. Hold on. Where's the... okay, there we go. Get out of here, mister.
Oh, Minnie, I got so scared for you.
We got this big dog that doesn't know how big he is, and a little small dog that my mom's babysitting, and we have to keep them separate. So I'm like, what? But anyway, that could be something. Could be a jarring type of experience with a connection that you come into contact with. Might not know exactly what to expect, but somebody might know. They might have a true awareness of what steps they're needing to take, but they're still possibly observing the situation from afar and biding their time, I guess, in a certain way, instead of like moving forward confidently. But they know what steps they're meant to be taking. And we got the Ace of Pentacles. They could be kind of focusing on more of the world matters right now, instead of embracing, a more liberating position for themselves, okay? But there is a recognition of a gift coming in, okay? And somebody is kind of restricting themselves, but their restraints might be loosening, and they could be kind of just bring okay, there we go.
Hey.
They could be getting to a better sense of no. They're getting to a better sense of awareness with shut with the aware, like with what it is that is in front of them. So they're getting to a better, like, more detailed viewpoint of what it is that they're moving forward towards or wanting to move forward towards, and getting they could be kind of inspecting or re-inspecting, but there is something new possibly that they could be kind of focusing on, but it is creating this truth within them, I guess. So I'm just kind of looking at this guy's face, like he seems like he's really, kind of having a sense of true knowledge of what the worth is in what he is looking at, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like somebody's, they're removing their restraints slowly, and, having a sense of like, true understanding, or I was going to say contentment, but neither one of those are the words that I'm trying to really find right now. Insight, I guess, there's a true insight that someone's gaining, okay? And, alright, look at that. And it's helping for someone to feel confident in walking away from what they had been possibly trying to preserve that they knew was not in alignment with what they're moving forward towards, okay? And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. So somebody, is wanting to move forward towards this. They're wanting to create their life as they truly desire. And, okay. There's like a true, outlook of celebration that somebody is allowing themselves to receive or embrace, and they feel that they really have grown and mastered themselves. There could have been different levels of maturity and experience that they needed to gain in certain ways, but now they're, feeling like they're all learned up and they're kind of ready to come in this in like a, kind of reminds me of like a Super Saiyan type of scenario, even though there's a sword on there, maybe a Jedi or whatever, somebody like who's like learned a lot and now they're ready to like bring all their knowledge forward or whatever. But anyway, That's what it seems like. So interesting. All right. So if this is you, then have some confidence, you know, within the position that you're at, and, you know, maybe not so much second guessing or doubting yourself, you know. And if this is for someone else that's coming towards you, then kind of get excited to be presented with, you know, what somebody is trying to bring into your life. Okay, we have the Hierophant. You could have felt like there were challenges and illusionary aspects, or, you know, toxic and unhealthy dynamics that were going to stop you, but you are leading yourself towards a more higher ascended type of lifestyle and position for yourself. And we got the World card and the Ace of Wands. So you're going to be having a passionate new beginning. And cute. And you can feel confident within whatever it is that you're desiring to express, that you have emotionally within you, because it's leading you to, I can't show the picture, a new emotional sense of contentment, a new beginning, and like towards the next chapter in your life, and the next destined chapter. So, all right, I'm gonna jump off here, but that was pretty cool. So, if you found this, or if this reading found you, then, you know, start taking yourself a little more seriously, I guess, right? I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, like, you know, if you feel like you're illuminated and, you know, having some, like, true mission or whatever, like, this is really crazy. I don't really get readings like this very often, you know, so this is definitely different. But, if you're feeling, you know, there's something you're meant to be doing, like, heed, you know, the messages and take action. So, all right, that's it for now. Have a good one.